Hi, I'm Angela, a doctor of psychology, and today we're flipping the narrative. We often hear about women trapped in their marriages, and that's definitely real. That's a huge problem. But for fairness, should we also look at the reasons to why a man feels stuck in his marriage, why a man would stay in his marriage, even though it's an unhappy marriage? A few days ago, I spoke to a man. Let's call him Eric. And he's been married for 14 years. And he told me that he hasn't been in love with his wife for years, but that he stays for the kids, for the house, for not being the one who left. And then he said something that really stuck with me. I feel like disappeared, like own life, and he is not alone. So let's talk about why some men stay in unhappy marriages, what the reasons are, what's holding them back, and how to start moving forward. For many men, leaving a marriage is it's not just emotional, it's just like for women, it is a financial, it's a huge financial step. So if you are the main provider, you might feel guilty for leaving your family. You might fear losing your home, your summer house, your savings, your lifestyle. And even if you are kind of prepared to walk away from the financial aspect, you might still be fearing something deeper. And this is the fear I often hear. It's about losing your children. And men often believe, rightly or wrongly, that the mother will be favored as the primary caregiver. So you stay in a cold house, in a quiet war, not for love, but for access. And there's kind of this emotional trap that many men find themselves in, and it's a stereotype of a man, the picture of a good man. So you're taught not to complain. You're taught not to be emotional. You're not kind of trained to say things like, I feel unwanted. I feel sad. I feel like we've lost our connection. I want a deeper, more fulfilling emotional connection with you. Or saying things like, we haven't connected for years. So instead of talking, you shut down. You convince yourself it's not worth the fight. You numb, you perform, you survive, and you stay in something that's just like a flat line, a life without connection, a life without real talks, a life with just the mechanical pieces in place where you guys are performing, you're doing what you're supposed to do, and it doesn't feel like real life. It doesn't feel like a real flourishing relationship, the way a great relationship should feel. Some men stay out of guilt and they might say things like, she's struggling. I can't leave her now. Or what if the kids will suffer? Or what if this is just a phase that's gonna pass? And even if the marriage might feel like it's over, like in your heart, you might still be terrified of starting over in a new apartment, empty apartment, with kids every second week or just every second weekend, dating again, being alone, kind of redefining your role in your life, not being this provider, this father that's coming to a home, to a house, to a marriage, to a place full of life, and fearing this. Who wouldn't fear this? And there's one more trap, and it's more or less invisible, and it is society. Men are taught to man up, to be the provider, to not leave your tribe. So leaving, being the one that leaves your marriage, it truly can feel like a huge failure with so much guilt. It's like breaking your vows, or worse, where everyone, your family, her family, plus all of your friend circle, will see you, will judge you as the guy that left his family, to see you as the bad guy. So you stay. Not because you're happy, not because none of you is leading a happy life, a fulfilled life. There's just emptiness where each of you do what's expected. Because walking away would feel like breaking some unspoken code of what a good man should do. And if you are in a community, culture, or family where divorce is taboo, that's going to make the pressure double. So what is there that you could do? One of the things is that you don't have to blow your life up overnight. You can start taking steps toward doing something, which I'm sure is gonna make you feel at least a little bit better, for having the ball kind of rolling, for finding out things, figuring out what options there are. So here are 3 steps, 3 tips that I'm gonna give you. Number 1, start with talking to someone that is neutral. So, not your friends, not your parents. It could be a therapist, a coach, a legal advisor, someone that won't judge or tell you what you should do, someone that's gonna listen and help you clarify what you really want. Number 2, start mapping out your options. What are your possible steps here in this particular situation? What would a divorce actually look like? What's your rights as a father? What would you financially need to make it work? And a hint here is it's often less scary than what it looks like before you start. Number 3, reconnect with your values. What kind of example do you want to set for your kids? And often staying for the kids, it's not setting the right example about love, about self-worth, about respect. So let me go back to Eric for a moment. He eventually sat down with a therapist and he made a plan. And 1 year later, he did leave. And today, co-parents successfully. He lives in a smaller place and he told me that I do miss some of the things, but I feel more like myself again. So what do you think? Should Eric have stayed or did he the right move? Please do let me know in the comments. And if you're stuck in your own version of this, you're completely normal. And thinking about leaving, it is sadly one of the truths we do sometimes have to face in our lives. You don't need to stay stuck forever. And please check out the link below this video. Please do subscribe if you want more tools to navigating your relationships with clarity, with courage, and hope for the future. I'll see you in the next video.